Hey guys, Megamatt1254 here again. Welcome back to another video, and today guys, we are going to be doing the Walking Dead character tier list. We have all these characters here, got tons to pick from, some amazing, some awful, you know, the in-between, all that good stuff. So yeah guys, we're going to be going through each and every one of these characters, putting them on this tier list, seeing what I think is good, what I think is bad. And, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get right to the ranking. Alright, and to start off this tier list, we have the one, the only, Comic Rick Grimes. Friggin', I don't know, where am I gonna put this dude? We'll go B. Friggin', no, but in all seriousness, though, guys, friggin', yeah, Aaron, he's a good character, he's alright, but, like, he don't really do too much overall for the plot. Like, yeah, he brings our characters to Alexandria, but he really don't do too much after that, to be honest. So yeah, B tier for him. Abraham Ford. S tier. Friggin' right, he's going in S tier. And this is why. That man should have lived longer. I would have loved to see him in All Out War, man. See him, like, go on with our characters. Here's a thing with, Abraham, right? Is the dude's a badass. He's got the comedy. He adds a lot of value to the show as a character. And when he died, man, it hit more than Glenn. Call me nuts, man. It was a much more sad death. Friggin', yeah, really miss Abraham. He was great. Alden. D tier. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably not gonna really like that choice for him, but what did he really do other than like nag people on and complain and whine, really? And then he died off screen. I don't know. He's so minor too. Like, what I would have done for him is he would have gotten the tower death. That's like what I would have done with him is he would have gotten the tower death, and frickin' that would have just been that for that character. Alright, next up we have Alpha. Go average. Now, here's kind of why I put her in average, is because she's good in 9B for what she has, but Season 10, I find that character to be a joke, honestly. I think that she's annoying, she's dumb, making stupid decisions, the acting isn't all that great, but in 9B, at least you could say she did the pikes and all that, and I don't know, she was a little more scary in 9B when you had the mystery surrounding the whispers and stuff, but, yeah, no, in Season 10, she's not really my character. Andrea. Yeah. Friggin', that's the worst character of the show, right there. One of the biggest butcherings of a character I've ever seen from a panel-to-screen adaptation, like, perspective. She's dumb, annoying, shoots Daryl in the head, tries to sleep with two of our villains, Shane and the governor. She tries to get Beth to kill herself. She's always nagging Rick on in Season 1. She gets bit like an idiot when she could have escaped, like, way before. Yeah, no, there's nothing to really like here, at least in my opinion. Beta. S tier. Gotta go S tier. This is why. Creepy, scary, amazing villain, has tons to bring to the table, and he overshadows Alpha in almost every way. I honestly wish the show just made this guy the leader, just because, I don't know, this guy was terrifying, man. Like, friggin', should have definitely been the leader of the Whispers. That's all I'm saying. Beth. I'll go D. Here's the thing with Beth, is she has her occasional moments where I like her. Like, the singing, I guess, is alright. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, she just, what does she do for the plot, really? Like, you got her in Still, and I don't know, guys. Just not really a good character, especially for being, like, sibling of Maggie and the daughter of Herschel, like, who are both really great characters. Then you have this character who's just that, like, I don't know. And then she dies in a terrible way. She's a part of a bad storyline. Yeah, not really a great character at all. Bob. Boo, go average. Bob was cool. I liked him in Season 4 for what he had. He had some decent stuff. Season 5, you know, he has one of the best moments of the show, if you ask me, with the tainted meat scene. That's easily his best scene of the whole show right there, when, you got the cannibals that are eating his leg, and he's, like, shouting, like, you know, tainted meat! Like, oh, that stuff was great. Friggin'. If it weren't for that scene, I would have probably put him in D tier, but that scene alone earns him a spot up higher on this tier list. Carl Grimes. I'll go B tier. Friggin', and this is kind of why, is because you have some seasons where he's not that great, like, you know, Season 4, Season 8, Season 2, Season 3's questionable at times, but then you have really good seasons for him, like Season 6 and 7 and so on. Friggin', yeah, Season 7 in particular, that character is amazing in Season 7. I love the whole warpath, like, thing he does when he goes after Negan and shit, and guns his way, tries to gun his way through the sanctuary and hitches a ride on the truck and stuff. That was fire right there. So yeah, B tier for Carl. Carol, I will go average. Okay, I know. I just committed the biggest sin of The Walking Dead putting that character there, but hear me out for a minute, guys. Friggin'. Yeah, this is why Carol's average for me. She don't do shit for like 3 seasons, right? Season 4, she's pretty good. Season 5, I'll admit, pretty fucking badass for what she has. Yeah, pretty fucking badass. 6A, pretty fucking cool. But then you get to 6B and onward. She's running away, hiding in a cabin again, frickin' being stupid in Season 10, getting no screen time in Season 11. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, she has her good moments for sure, but, like, to put her as this S-tier character and, like, better than Rick himself or like Negan or Daryl or any of them characters, I can't justify that, at least for me. Now, if you have Carol at S tier in your list, that's fine, and I completely understand your perspective with the development argument and whatnot. I just think for me, she's kind of a boring character. Connie, I'm gonna go meh. Here's the thing with Connie, right? 9B, it's like you build up almost like a relationship thing with Daryl, and then like Season 10 and onward, she just does nothing, man. Like, she just sits in the background and does nothing other than like that one episode in the haunted house with Mr. Blankets, which friggin', I don't know, man. Like, friggin', she just don't do nothing. Like, she comes back briefly in 11C to like kind of be a love interest for Daryl again. It is so confusing, man. Like, pick a lane with the character, you know? But yeah, D tier for Connie. Dale. I'm gonna go... Yeah, Dale was good. I really like Dale. Now, here's what's cool about Dale, is he was the moral compass, right? And he was almost like what Shane, fuck's sakes, Herschel was before Herschel showed up. Friggin'. And I don't know, man. Like, friggin' Dale, like, he did what he had to do. I know a lot of people hate Dale for being like this boring old man, but I actually think he brought a lot of cool stuff to the table for what he had. And yeah, B tier I feel is fair for that character. Dante the Whisperer. I'm gonna put him in... I'll put him in good. Yeah, B tier. And this is what I like about Dante, is the twist. He's a great mini-villain. I really enjoy for what he does, you know. He does a lot of crazy, you know, cool stuff. He's friggin', you know, the twist where he kills Sadiq and stuff, right? Like, that shit is awesome. Like, you can't forget that twist, you know what I'm saying? Like, friggin', when he kills the guy and then Gabriel, like, fucking... This guy unleashes the killer Gabriel, man. Like, this is the dude that brings the savage out of Gabriel, and, you know, we have this character to thank for that. Not to mention, he's just a creepy motherfucker himself. He's just a very interesting villain, and I found him really intriguing for what he had. Daryl Dixon. Go A tier for him. Daryl is awesome. Now, the reason I don't put him in S tier is because, Season 8, literally, that's it. Friggin'. I can't stand him in Season 8. Rest of the show, Daryl's great. Hell, he's practically the lead of the show now because he's got more seasons, right? So, like, friggin', yeah, he's good for what he has. Season 9 and 11, man, those seasons are friggin' good for him. Like, Yeah, some really great stuff for Daryl. Yeah, great character. Just, you know, I would have freaking tweaked him up in Season 8. Dawn. Dawn, I'm glad you fucking are dead. Holy shit, you get your ass down there in F tier. Friggin' awful character, awful villain, nothing redeeming, terrible character. Next, Deanna. Go D tier. she's pretty good. She's got some okay moments, I suppose. Friggin', but all she really is a plot device for Rick to take over Alexandria. She's all right. She's decent. Denise, yeah, I'll go D tier. Like, you know, she had her moments. She had you know, some decent stuff. Had a very memorable death at the hands of Dwight. That's actually her best moment. So yeah, like that just kind of goes to show you why she's in D tier, at least for me. Okay, next up we have, oh yes, the legendary dog. The best character of the whole show. Get him up in S tier. Best character of the whole show. Actually, let's get him in front of Abraham and Beta there. Yep. Dog in S tier. Gotta get him in S tier. Okay, Dwighty boy. Okay. Dwight, and actually with Morgan too, I'm gonna make an exception here. I'm not counting Fear for this tier list, guys. I'm not doing that. So just Walking Dead alone, I am gonna put Dwight in A tier. Yeah, Dwight is an awesome character. He's a good villain for what he has. He really pisses you off and knows how to get under your skin. And then, frickin', when he flips to our side, he's a very loyal and valuable ally, too. So, you got... Yeah, Dwight is just... He's a dope character. And, man, I missed him on the main show. And, I'll never really forgive them for getting rid of him and putting him on that disaster piece we call Fear. Okay, next up we have Eastman. This is tough because he's a one-episode character, so I can't put him above, like, Carol or any of these characters. Like, this guy, you know, yes, he arguably has less flaws than Carol, but he's in one episode, and he's super fucking, like, you know, he doesn't have much screen time at all. But he's less flawed, so that's kind of weird. Average. Yeah, he was good for what he had. I don't feel comfortable putting him down in D or F tier just because he's not a flawed character. Like, I just don't see a reason to put him down there. But if he lasted longer, I would have put him higher up on the list. He didn't do enough to warrant that though. So yeah, C tier for Eastman. Ed. Oh, Ed, I'm glad you were dead. I'm gonna put him in S tier. Nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. I'll go D tier. He served his purpose. He's not like a fail of a character because he did what he was supposed to do. I suppose, like, I can't say he's a fail, but like, I'm not blown away by the character. I can't say he's like up there with the likes of, like, you know, Carol and stuff like that. But yeah, he's alright. Dr. Jenner. I'm actually going to put him in average. And no, we're not counting World Beyond in this discussion. Friggin'. Yeah, really good one-episode threat. I really like the hopelessness of the character. And, like, you feel the despair and stuff with him. Like, you really see the world has broken this guy. And I don't know. It's a really cool, like, take on the apocalypse, like, genre. And The Walking Dead's never done an episode like this since, with all the scientific stuff and, like, the research and finding out about the virus. Like, he was a very intriguing character, and he added a lot of lore to the franchise as a whole. So, yeah, friggin' one-episode character like Eastman, but, again, he did enough to where I can actually say he's, you know, better than, like, you know, D or F tier. Elijah. Yeah, no. Friggin' useless character. Stupid. Friggin' does nothing. Friggin' waste of potential. He's just, what is the point of this guy? Like, he sits around and, like, he doesn't speak barely half the time. I don't know, man. Like, and this actor is good, too, because on Cobra Kai, this guy is a freaking fire character, but on this, it's like, he's just not doing nothing. Like, he's just standing there, and get rid of the whole mask concept. And yeah, no, fail of a character. Enid. Please don't kill me, Enid fans. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. What is the point of this character again? Like, she cries, whines, gets mad at Carl, dies again, sits at Oceanside with Aaron. I don't know. Just not really my character at all, guys. Like, friggin', what does she do? Like, what does this character do? I don't know. Like, she's Maggie's little sidekick, I guess? I don't know. Not my character. Eugene Porter. Yeah, I know, that's a controversial pick, guys, but hear me out. The guy proved himself. He friggin' developed a lot throughout the show. I don't know, man. Eugene, frickin', other than, like, it's like the same thing with Daryl. Season 8's a bad season for him. But call me nuts, guys. Without Season 8, this man would have been an S tier. And, yeah, friggin', I don't know. Like, I can't really see the hate for Eugene other than Season 8. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's a bitch. He doesn't do anything. He's a crybaby. He does nothing. But friggin', here's the thing, is he's a unique character. And he isn't like that through the whole show. We actually see him slowly develop throughout the show. You can't tell me in Season 11 he's this little bitch that does nothing. Like, you know, or like Season 10 even. Like, he's a developed character, and I really enjoy what they do with him in the show. Alright, King Ezekiel. I'll go B tier for him. He's good, but at the same time, he has his bad moments. Like, Season 10, he's a pretty freaking bland character, I'm not gonna lie. Friggin', he's also got a lot of problems in Season 11, too. Season 9, he even has his issues with this boring side plot 9B with the highwaymen and stuff. Like, he's a good character. I really enjoy him for what he has. But he also has a lot of flaws, and I can't ignore those flaws. Father Gabriel. I'm gonna piss people off with this one. S tier for Gabriel. Friggin' top 5 character for me of the whole franchise, too, might I add. Father Gabriel, dude, the best development of any Walking Dead character. He goes from this crying little baby on this rock that throws up and vomits and is a big-ass coward, to literally going to sacrifice his life and friggin' kill a bunch of zombies by himself because friggin' that he just, you know, that's how much development they've given that character. And friggin', I don't know, man, like the journey that character goes on, it's incredible. And honestly, I do not get the hate for him, because here's the thing, right? You have to have him be a bitch and a coward to get the result of the badass, like, transition, you know? Like, the transition from coward to badass is unlike anything I've seen in a TV show, other than, like, maybe Walter White, but that's about it. Yeah, so friggin' easily S tier. Gareth. I will go... I'll go D tier. He's alright. Here's the thing. Terminus, frickin', that is a cool place. I love that plot, but Gareth himself as a character, he's, you know, he's there. He leads the cannibals and stuff, but like, here's the thing. When I think of No Sanctuary, and I think of all this crazy shit happening, I'm not thinking about Gareth. I'm thinking more about Rick and the Slaughter and, like, Rambo Carol. I'm not really thinking about Gareth. So yeah, D tier for him. Glenn. I am going to put him in C tier. Yeah, I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but hear me out, like I said, guys. I find after Season 3, this character is boring. He doesn't do anything. He is very much sidelined. He cries about everything. He's getting in fights with people all the time. He gets Nicholas, who tries to kill him, and then he lets Nicholas live. I'm like, bro, this man literally tried to assassinate you. Like, what are you doing? But friggin', Seasons 1, 2, and I'd say mostly 3A, he's an awesome character. He's fun. He's hilarious. He's got crazy stuff going on. Season 4 and onwards, he just becomes like this depressed guy who don't like really go past that phase, you know? Like, where's the comedy? Like, And I know people will be like, oh yeah, he's developing. That's his development. You're supposed to see that, but like, he doesn't kill anybody other than like the one guy in his sleep, really. And like, here's the thing: when you finally start to have him kill people, he just dies anyway. I don't know. Overrated character, if you ask me. Gracie. This is really tough. Fuck. I don't know. What does she do? I'll go D tier. I got nothing to say about her. Gregory. Go C tier. He is funny. He's a good villain for what he has, but also I find him too goofy at times, you know, like, I'm trying to see this, like, big savior war go down, and we got Mr. holding up his belt in 801 being like, oh, we stand with Deacon, Forget. I don't know, just a goofy idiot, but, like, forget. Still, though, I kind of like the goofy side of this dude, but in the same token, it's like, he almost feels like a cartoon villain, you know, like, he feels like a big doofus who just gets abused and pushed around all the time, and, like, in a serious apocalypse show, it doesn't work all the time. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, here's the thing. He's good for what he's got, but in the same token, I would have toned down the goofy side. Heath. Go D tier. I mean, he had some pretty cool stuff in Season 6, I suppose. And then the actor bailed and said, adios, amigos. So, yeah. There you go, I guess. Friggin' Henry. Henry. Yeah, he can go down there with his crush. Friggin' really pointless character. Carl Grimes 2.0 over here. Friggin' he's causing problems all the time. Friggin' he starts the Whisper War single-handedly because he friggin' has a crush on friggin' what's her name, Lydia. I don't know, like, just, I don't know, not my character, guys. Plus, as a kid, he's annoying, man. He's like a little annoying kid too. Like, yeah, no, not really my character. Herschel. Hey, get yourself up in S tier, buddy. Friggin' absolutely love that character. Rest in peace to Scott Wilson. Friggin' a legendary actor for a legendary character. Man, friggin' his death was one of the few times on a show where I straight up teared up. I'm not even gonna lie about that, guys. I really enjoyed what they done with Herschel, and, friggin', yeah, just awesome character overall. Friggin' his development from, like, this stubborn, like, guy who don't really want to listen to people, and he's stuck in his ways, he's an alcoholic, kind of, to this caring, gentle, kind soul who helps the group when needed be. He's always helping our characters out of situations. He single-handedly saves the prison from the, you know, the flu and all that when he goes full doctor mode. You gotta love it, man. Freaking excellent character. Okay, next up we have, I believe this is Herschel Jr. Go meh. I don't know. He's just one of the kid characters. He just don't really do much. I mean, hey, he's kind of like his dad in the original seasons, but they don't really develop or flesh it out that much. Like, you know, he's there, I suppose. Oh God, Jadis. Yep, you stay there. Don't like you. Bad character. Talks in riddles all the time. Friggin'. Just why? Why? And people are like, oh, but like, you know, she, you know, saved Rick and all that, and like, you know, we gotta thank her for saving Rick. No Jadis, no Rick, but gotta keep in mind, she also sent him to the CRM to be a prisoner. Like, if you see the end of episode 24, you know Rick's not being treated exactly like, you know, a normal person over there. It seems like they're using him for a slave. So, yeah, no, screw Jadis. F tier for her. Jerry. Put him in average. He's a good comedic character, but he's not really any more than that. You know, he's got his moments, like, friggin' the cobbler, and, you know, friggin' when he chops that one dude in half and stuff. Like, he's got his moments for sure, but he's also just, like, really boring at times. Like, in season 10 in particular, like, yeah, I don't know. He's got, like, the one episode in the cave, and that's really all he has, to be honest. Like, he's a cool character, but I don't get the major praise for him either, if you know what I mean. Alright, Jesse Anderson. I'll go C tier. Good character, should have done more, shouldn't have died. That's where I sit on that character. Like, the stuff she had was good, but the character just shouldn't have been killed off plain and square. There should have been more. There's more story to tell there. Jesus. C tier, and that's for 6B, guys, straight up. 6B is what's keeping that man in C tier. And a bit of 9A, the Savior War, I don't like him. He's a pacifist, and he's constantly going against our characters, being like, oh no, we can't kill people. We have to be good people. We have to be the good guys. And oh no, we gotta be good. And he turns Morgan into his pacifist self and Fear the Walking Dead, for crying out loud. Friggin'. That alone is enough to piss me off with this guy, honestly. But, yeah, C tier for him. He's got his moments, but even the actor even said, like, you know, he's a boring character. Like, what does he do other than, like, in 6B and a bit of stuff in 9A? They just don't use him to his potential. Jocelyn. Get an F tier. Absolutely trash character. The worst villain of the Walking Dead main show. Absolutely. Joe the Claimer. Put him in C tier. Joe is a good villain, but in the same token, he's only memorable really because of a few things in episode 11 and episode 16. Here's the thing though, is the stuff he does in A is just visceral and brutal, so that's what gets him up in C tier. He's memorable for one of the best scenes of television. Judith Grimes. I will put her in B tier. Better than Carol, though. Nah, I gotta go C tier. Good character. Could have fleshed her out a bit more. Could have done a bit more. Like, I feel like Season 9, they had something good going. Season 10, I don't know what they were doing with that character. And Season 11, 11C, dope. 11A and 11B. Again, what are we doing? Like, missing MIA, you know? Pretty good character. Kelly. Yeah. F tier. Boring character, pointless, friggin' always, like, you know, friggin' just there in the background, like, I don't know, like, what was the point? Lance Hornsby. Whew. I gotta go D tier. Hear me out on this one, guys. The acting is what's keeping this man in D tier, because without his acting, I would have said this is the biggest waste of time ever. We're building up to literally nothing. He doesn't do anything in the long run. He just gets shot like an idiot. He flips his ideologies last minute, saying, oh, we gotta do this for the children. We gotta be good guys, and we have to be good people now. And I don't know, guys. And then he just grabs a gun and gets shot, like, in the throat with an arrow by Carol. Like, what you could have done with this character could have been so special, but then they chose shock factor over a proper character arc. And for that, I gotta put him in D tier, because he didn't do anything. You can't tell me his cliffhanger scene in episode 16 meant anything. It's literally glossed over in a random throwaway line from Luke. Friggin', yeah, no, pointless character in the end. Pointless character at the end of the day. Laura, I will go average. Should have kept her around longer, as I actually did enjoy that character for what she had. But in the same token, like, here's the thing. Yes, she had good stuff, but at the end of the day, she is just a background savior character that dies. Like, this character don't impact the plot too much, other than giving Negan his literal bat, but, like, here's the thing, that should have been Dwight anyway. Like, I don't know. Good character, pretty freaking good character, but, like, she just needs to do more. That's all my complaint is. Okay, Leah. You skedaddle your way into F tier there. Friggin' pointless character yet again. Doesn't do nothing. Friggin' arguing with everybody, flipping at the last moment, randomly showing up and teaming up with Hornsby. Friggin' causing problems for Daryl all the time. Just, yeah, no, stupid character. Alright, Lizzie. I'm gonna put Lizzie in D tier. Just cause she has a memorable scene, But, like, if she didn't kill Mika, she would have just been, like, you know, the creepy girl. And that's it. You know, like, she's a good character for what she has, but, like, I wouldn't be comfortable putting her up next to, like, Carol or Judith or any of them characters. Like, I don't know. She has her moments, but, like, yeah, pretty mediocre overall. Lori Grimes. I'm gonna put her in... Yeah, C tier. Call me nuts, guys. Friggin' Season 3 is what gets her there, too. Because, like, the death of that character is absolutely brutal. Like, it's one of the only times in The Walking Dead I actually still look away watching that scene. Because it's so gruesome. Just the concept of it is fucking nasty. But, like, it's so depressing and sad at the same time, too. That, like... Yeah, I gotta put that character in C tier for Season 3. Alright, next up we have Lucille. I'm gonna put this character in C tier, because that character, for what she had in that one episode, was fucking incredible. And the way that, you know, the chemistry between, you know, Hillary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is excellent. And, friggin'... Ah, man, friggin' that episode, man, it brought me to tears with the stuff they did with that one, honestly, and I do hope we get a flashback with this character at some point. Again, maybe Dead City, we could do something there, just because really, really good one-episode character. Probably, maybe the best episode character, one-episode character of The Walking Dead. I'd have to think about that one, though. Okay, next up we have Luke. I'll put him in D tier. He just felt like a knockoff Jerry, and then he came back and just died. Like, yeah, he was there, I suppose. He had his moments, but what did he do, really, other than... Yeah, what did he do? I don't know. Friggin', he had his funny moments, I suppose. Okay, next up we have Lydia. I want to put Lydia in C tier because of Season 10. Season 10, I really enjoyed the journey that character went on, trying to find acceptance in the community and, you know, trying to get away from her mom's ideologies and the abuse and stuff and the PTSD and shit. Like, some really good stuff there with that character. And, frickin', here's the thing, though, right? Is, like, Season 11, that character's pointless, and I would have killed her in a certain doom just because she don't do much going forward. And, she, you know, she sits down and just dates Elijah, I guess, in Season 11, and Elijah's down comfortably in F tier too, so like it's not exactly a great relationship. It's just there, I suppose. But like Season 10, the character's really good. I actually really enjoy her in Season 10, and 9B, she's good too. She has her creepy moments in 9B as well. So yeah, like pretty freaking good character, but final season they let her down badly. Okay, Maggie. Maggie's going up in A tier. Like I said, you just gotta tweak some 9A stuff, and she'd be in S tier. This character is one of the longest running of the show, and that character's development is mad underrated too, if you ask me. I really enjoy how you just go from, like, this, you know, innocent person on a farm who don't really, you know how to kill or do too much, to being like this freaking badass who don't give a fuck and like does all this crazy shit and just caps the Reapers, no fucking questions. Like, yeah, really great development for that character, and mad underrated too. Like, development, might I add. Freaking, yeah, great character right there. Magna, yeah. Enough said. Freaking pointless character, doesn't do anything. Yeah, just annoying. Gamma, I'll go D tier. She does an occasional pretty decent stuff, I suppose, but like at the end of the day, she is just a casualty at the hands of Beta, and she does just really not serve the plot too much, other than like, you know, dying for shock value, and you know, she saves the day in 10-10, I suppose, when, you know, Beta's, I think he's about to kill Rosita in Stalker, so, you know, like, she has her moments, but also not a excellent character either, though. I don't know. D tier is where I'm gonna put her at. Mercer. Put him in A tier, call me nuts, guys. If they just tweaked a little bit of stuff with him in 11C, and he flipped a little bit sooner, I would have put him in S tier. Mercer is easily the best character of the Commonwealth. Friggin', the guy is a frickin' G. He comes in frickin' like at the end, he saves Eugene, he friggin' helps our characters. He basically sets up the plan to destroy the estates, and he's basically partially the reason why the Horde is gone and how Pamela gets defeated. You gotta respect that. And then he leads alongside Ezekiel at the end. So yeah, friggin' A tier for Mercer. What a great character. Merle Dixon, S tier. Call me nuts, I prefer him over his brother, and this is why. Is because he has less flaws. He's got some of the most memorable lines of TV ever. He friggin' has the badass hand with like the knife and shit. He has This Sorrowful Life where he goes after the governor. Oh man, his villain arc is crazy. Just hilarious character overall. Like, yeah, I gotta put him in S tier. Michael Rooker does a fantastic job with Merle. Next up, we have Michonne. I'm gonna put her in S tier as well. That is probably the best female character of The Walking Dead, I would say, because the character has a great journey. Not really any flawed seasons, to be honest. Like, yeah, 10's a bit on the weaker side, but I can't say that's a bad season for Michonne either. So, I gotta go S tier. Easily the best female character of The Walking Dead right there. Okay, I'll go Mika next. Mika's just gonna go on F tier. She just didn't do anything. But the death is memorable. I'll go D tier for the death. Morales. Go season 1, he was pretty good, so I'll go D tier again. Like, he had his moments, but in the same token, like, that's about it, really. Like, he just comes back and dies. I don't know. I can't really say he's a memorable character at the end of the day. A lot of people legit watching Season 8 didn't know who the fuck that even was. Like, if you go back and watch reactions to Season 8, Episode 2, people are like, who? And then that just kind of explains it right there. Like, it's self-explanatory. He's a pointless character. Next up, we got Morgan Jones, who's going up in S tier. Morgan Jones, man, this guy, and like I said, take fear out of the equation, guys. I love this guy's journey. I love his, you know, the brotherhood he forms with Rick Grimes and stuff. And friggin' his savage mode. You got the peaceful mode. Friggin', you've got, like, the in-between. You got all of that. Like, he's just a very fleshed out, layered character with a ton of development. And that's my favorite types of characters. He's our biggest OG next to Rick as well. Like, what do you watch from the pilot? Rick Grimes and Morgan Jones. Like, they are the two you remember. They are the ones who stand out from that pilot, and that still applies to this day. Next up, we got Negan. Negan is going to go in S tier. Yeah, call me nuts, because I know some people don't like him in Season 8, and yeah, I got my issues with him there too. Here's the thing, he's not a good villain in Season 8, but he's still a good character that season. He's the funniest character of the whole franchise. He has the best one-liners of the show. He is a badass. He flips to our side. He does a lot of really good stuff, like killing Alpha and, like, you know, helping with the Whisperer problem and stuff. So, yeah, S tier for Negan. Noah. Give him D tier for the death. Enough said. Owen. I'm gonna go F tier. What does he do other than sit in a cell and talk ideologies with Morgan and gets shot and dies? Yeah, no. Pamela. So I want to go D or F tier. Yeah, I'll go D tier for shooting Judith, I guess. And the acting is pretty good from Layla Robbins, like, from The Boys, you know, like, really great, like, really good actress, but, like, the design is goofy, the wig is stupid, the character just comes out of left field in terms of the villain arc. Like, it's like, okay, we're setting up Lance Hornsby, let's really set him up. Nope, Lance isn't the villain, now Pamela's the villain. Like, I don't know. Like, just some weird decision-making there. Like, it's just pointless at the end of the day, and she just goes to jail like Negan. Like, I guess that's supposed to be symbolic or something. I don't know. Keep her in D tier. Pope. Oh, dear God. Pope. Oh, God. F tier, F tier, F tier, F tier. Friggin' Pope is the friggin' worst, man. Like, he's literally, like, he comes in and ruins a whole plot, this guy, man. Like, friggin' you got the Reapers in Season 10 and Season 11, where you're building up this real creepy, psycho hunter group, and, like, they hunt you in the woods, and, like, they kill a bunch of characters. Like, you know, they kill all the wardens off and shit. And then you get to Episode 4, and you get Mario Bros over here, freaking screaming a bunch of obscenities, killing his own guys, friggin' acting like an idiot, committing friendly fire multiple times throughout the show. Like, this guy is the biggest idiot I've seen on TV right here, man. Like, yeah, no. Like, if there was below F tier, I'd give him below F tier. Okay, next up we have Princess. I will go... I'll go B tier. Yeah, character has her funny moments, but the character can also be a bit too much at times as well. Like, the character can be way too hyper, but also has, like, really good scenes, particularly Season 11. Sorry, guys, my camera cut out there. But as I was saying, yeah, the character has a lot of great moments in Season 11. Season 10, like I said, though, just a little too hyper, just a little too goofy for my liking. But Season 11 really comes into her own character. So, yeah, good character. Next up we have, who's this? Richard? F tier. I don't know. I just found him annoying. Friggin'. He just was always trying to be righteous and stuff, and he got, what's his name, Benjamin killed and all that. Like, I don't know. He was good, I guess, for, like, 7-13, but I'd argue that Morgan was, like, the one that was good that episode, though, not this guy. Like, this is just some idiot he kills. Like, yeah, no, F tier for this dude. Friggin'. Okay, next up, we have RJ. Gotta go F tier. The character's just disappointing. Like, he's the blood son of Rick Grimes, and he does nothing. He just sits there. He barely has any dialogue at all in the final season. He says, like, not one word, barely. Very underused character, and just, I don't know what they were thinking with him, man. Like, friggin', he better do some stuff in the future of the franchise, because, like, yeah, this was not it on the main show. Okay, Rick Grimes. Damn right, he is in S tier. Rick Grimes is the best character of the Walking Dead franchise. The character is excellent. I absolutely love his journey from cop to maniac. Season 5 is literally one of his best seasons. Like, he is a full-blown savage. You got the murder coat, you've got him biting Joe's throat out, you've got the church scene where he kills Gareth and the cannibals, him having to put Shane down, his speeches, like 905 where he sees the ghosts of dead characters and stuff. Like, what an excellent lead, and just what a crazy, awesome character to follow. In particular, when you see him in Season 1 and he's like, we don't kill the living. And then after that, you know, we see frickin' Season 5 where he just, you know, cuts a guy frickin' in the face just for looking at him. Like, you know, like, yeah, awesome character. Amazing development, and there'll never be another character in this franchise like him. Like, no one will ever be Rick Grimes in the Walking Dead franchise. Okay, Ron Anderson's an F tier. This guy, man, like, oh, he was annoying. Friggin' always complaining, always pissed off, always starting a problem. He gets Carl nearly killed. Like, no, this guy's a moron. Hey, Rosita. I'm gonna go C tier. Season 11, awesome character. Any other season, average at best. Like, the death is memorable, and Season 11, the character's just memorable. She just does a lot in Season 11, but, like, I don't know. Any other season, I just found her to be kind of boring and, like, there. You know, she didn't really do too much, but she's a pretty good character, I suppose. Okay, next up we have Sam. Yeah, get next to your brother there, buddy. Friggin', this kid, man, friggin' always crying about zombies. Friggin' gets the group nearly killed. He gets his whole family killed just because he can't shut his mouth for 2 seconds. And I don't know, like, this kid was way too sheltered in the apocalypse, man, because, like, friggin' he literally is, like, in a zombie horde. He volunteers to go into the zombie horde, too. Like, he could have stayed behind with Father Gabriel. He's like, no, I'm brave. I can go through the horde. And then he goes through the horde and he fucks everything up. Like, no. Terrible character. Sasha. I am going to put her in... I'll go D tier. Like, the character has her moments, I suppose, but it's also very annoying, very angry, always, like, kind of pissed off with people. Like, not very memorable character either at the end of the day. Her death is kind of weird, like, with the whole Walker plan. Like, getting jealous about, like, Abraham and stuff. Like, I don't know. Pretty decent character at times, but, like, at the end of the day, she just feels like a kind of a filler character, to be honest. What do we got here? Sebastian. Put him in D tier with, like, everybody else, I suppose, from mostly the Commonwealth. Like, he serves his purpose, I suppose, but at the end of the day, he's just a spoiled brat who's yelling at people, and I feel like he could have had more screen time in 11B. So, you know, he had his moments, but in the same token, like, he's also a freaking... He's just there to scream and yell at people. So, you know, he served his purpose, I guess. Shane. S tier. Friggin' one of the best villains of TV right there. Friggin' Shane's awesome. He only has 2 seasons, but literally those 2 seasons are basically his. In particular, Season 2. Like, Season 2 is literally just the Shane season. Like, he's the main character that whole season. Yeah, Shane is amazing. Sherry. Okay, we're not counting Fear in this. I gotta go F tier. The character just was annoying on the main show. And, you know, robbing Daryl with Dwight. Like, here's the thing, though. Where Dwight, they actually go somewhere, this character just disappears and frigs off. And if you don't watch Fear, then you just never see this character again after, I think, 707? I think is when the character just disappears after. Like, I don't know. On the main show alone, not a good character. Shiva. Oh, gosh. Gotta get this character in S tier. Yep, get it right there next to Dog. Yep. Best character right there. Shiva. Best character next to Dog. They're the 2 best characters of the whole show, guys. Okay, next up we have Siddiq. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I enjoy what he has. He's a pretty cool character, but he's also just a very generic character, too. Like, he doesn't have any really memorable moments other than, you know, when he busts Dante and all that, and his PTSD and stuff. Like, he's definitely a memorable character, but he also just didn't do anything remarkable. So, you know, he's got his moments. He's a good character. Simon, I'm gonna go B tier. Friggin', I would put him in A tier if, like, he was more of his own character. Here's the thing, though, is he steals Negan's arc in All Out War. He just becomes Negan. Like, in the comics, it's Negan doing all this shit. In the show, it's, you know, it's Simon doing this stuff. Like, they throw a twist, and they make Simon the main antagonist of the All Out War storyline, which I don't like that twist because I want to hate Negan, not him. Like, I don't know. It almost feels like that's what they did so that you could forgive him more for his redemption arc, because it's like, okay, we gotta tone Negan down, make him less of an asshole, so let's make his right-hand man the asshole and have him doing all the fucked up shit, so then we celebrate when he dies, and then Negan will just be cool. Like, we'll just learn to forgive Negan. Now we can just hate this guy. It's almost like he is a scapegoat, if you will. Sophia. I'll go D tier. She has her moments, I suppose, but, like, she's only really remembered for being a zombie in a barn. But that scene is S tier, so D tier. Spencer. Put him in D tier. He has his moments. Like I said, he serves the plot, but he's also just a, you know, he's a whiny baby too. Like, friggin', He's always complaining. He's very entitled. He's Sebastian before Sebastian. That's what I'll say about him. Next up, we have Max Mercer. I'll go C tier because the character really comes through in 11C. 11B, that character was like legit F tier for me. But if we're going like if we're going off of 11C as well, then I will go C tier just because that character really does come through, and I really do enjoy the character that half. Okay, who's this? T-Dog. Go C tier. He's a good member of the group. You know, he's a loyal member. He died protecting the ones he cared about. He has a very badass, memorable sacrifice. I respect that. So he gets C tier also because I can't say he did anything criminally bad. Like, he never did anything where I was like, okay, this character sucks. He's a little underused, but you know, he was a good character. He had his moments, like I usually say there. Friggin' Terra. I'm gonna go A tier. Friggin' a lot of people are gonna friggin' hate that placing, but it is what it is. I think the character's funny and lightens up the mood a lot. Also, yes, Season 8, another season that unfortunately puts someone in A tier. Like I said, with Season 8 is if Daryl, Eugene, and Tara were all better that season, they all would have been S tier characters for me. Which, it just shows you how much I don't like Season 8, because it fucks up a lot of characters. But yeah, Tara, really good character. Just, you know, fix her up a bit in Season 8. And next up, we got the Governor. And, yeah, S tier. That character is excellent. And he's the best villain actor of The Walking Dead. Like, Shane is my favorite villain of The Walking Dead, but David Morrissey's acting is, like, it's almost Giancarlo Esposito level. That's how freaking crazy this man's acting is. And I love his solo episode, Season 4, Episode 7. We really get to delve into his character more. And, you know, when he betrays Martinez and he kills Pete and all that, like, and then he attacks the prison, just, yeah, really freaking awesome character. And, excellent villain for The Walking Dead. Okay, next up we got Tommy. I don't know, I'll go D tier. He was alright, I suppose, but at the end of the day, what did this guy do other than he cured Ezekiel's cancer, I guess? Yeah, I'll give him D tier. He was alright. Tyrese. F tier. Friggin' I hate Tyrese, man. Friggin' that dude literally is in a room with a guy who's about to kill a friggin' baby, and then he don't kill the guy. He just beats him up and lets him go. And for that, he already gets F tier. Like, he's a pansy. He's too pacifistic, he doesn't step up, and he never does, and he gets bit by a little kid walker. After he literally kills a bunch of zombies with a hammer, but he dies to one little kid walker. Just super frustrating. Mr. Blankets. Get him in F tier. Friggin' Mr. Blankets is literally one of the worst characters they've ever introduced on this show. He comes in, kidnaps Michonne on an island, goes, you know, Angel. Friggin', she then escapes. Is like, oh no, Rick doesn't kill people, so this guy gets to live. He comes back, kidnaps another character, ends up in a haunted house, and then escapes the haunted house, and then sits in his blankets, and then is just never seen again. He just hides with his blankets on, and then he's just gone. Like, what? What was the point of that? Like, why? Why did this guy happen? Like, he should have died in Season 10, Episode 13. This guy should have died a long time ago. Okay, Yumiko's the last one, and for Yumiko, I will go B tier. Character, very, you know, loyal character to our group. Defends Eugene in court. Friggin' easily the best of Magna's group, which is not saying much, because Magna's group mostly frickin' sucks, but, yeah, good character. I enjoy what they do with that character. The character has a lot of development and memorable scenes. In particular, Season 11 and Season 10 even. So yeah, great character. And I think that is it for the tier list. Yes, it is. Alright guys, so that is going to be the end of this tier list for the Walking Dead characters. please let me know what you guys thought about this ranking in the comments down below. I know that we're not going to agree on all these because these are very controversial picks, and I'm aware of that. If there's any that you would change around, what would you guys change? Like, you know, where would you put your rankings? My opinion is not the correct opinion, of course. And yeah, guys, if you guys would like to see any other tier lists, reviews, or, you know, stuff like that for The Walking Dead even, like, just suggest ideas in the comments, and I will do it, most likely, depending on the topic. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.